Hi everybody, Master Kelly here. In this video today, we're gonna go over how to throw a back kick, okay? So to throw a back kick, the first kick I recommend you learn first is a side kick. Now what's a side kick? Well, a side kick is when you stand sideways. In our school, we call this a skateboard stance because it's like you're standing on a skateboard. You're gonna take this foot, you're gonna pick up your knee, and then this foot's gonna turn, okay, simultaneously to kick the bag, and you're gonna thrust out like this. Okay, so that is a side kick. Now to do a back kick, what you do first is you be in your fighting stance, you take your front leg, you step across from the bag. Now this heel, if you guys can see down here, is aiming at the bag. So wherever my heel is aiming, even if I don't look, I know my foot's gonna go there, right? So make sure you aim with your heel. So once I step with my heel, I'm gonna look over my shoulder, I'm gonna pick up this leg, I'm gonna bend my knee, and thrust out like I'm throwing a side kick. Okay? Now there's two ways to do this. Either A, you turn around and you kind of brush your knees together, like that, that's one way to do it. Or B, you pick up your knee like this. Now one thing you have to do is when you do the side kick, is make sure you lean this way. If you lean this way and throw straight back, kind of showing your back to the target, what it's going to do is going to have your kick go in a straight line. Because a lot of people, when they do the back kicks, they do this, right? And then maybe that's you, maybe that happens to you. So when you kick, make sure you lean down, have your back showing the bag, and try to hit in the straight line. Okay? So that is how you guys throw a back kick. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you guys want to join my weekly catechism class as well as my 6-week introductory program, we get to learn kicks just like this. Click the links down below. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all next time.
Hi everybody, welcome to Bible Go. In today's lesson, we're going to be memorizing all 7 days of creation using our hands. Okay? So this comes from the book of Genesis. So on day 1, God created what? Light. He said, let there be light. So to help with that, hold one finger like this, and imagine there's a little flame, like a candle, right? Like a birthday candle. Day 1. What did God do on day 2? Well, what he did on day 2 was he made the waters and the dome in the sky, right? So you can think of this as the water down below, the dome in the sky above. So that is what happened on day 2. And on day 3, he created the plants. So we can hold our 3 fingers like this and we can pretend that these are like, you know, grass, trees growing up, plants growing up, right? On day 4, we're gonna use both our hands. We're gonna have both our hands like this. Day 4 is like the stars, right? So like the stars in the sky, the planets, that's day 4. On day 5, what did God do? Well, God made the birds. So you can take both hands, do it like this, like the birds, right? And on day 6, what did God do? Well, God made the animals and he made humans. So an easy way to remember this is a picture of yourself. These are the animals chasing away the human, right? So that's how you remember all 6 days. Now, what happens on the 7th day? Really easy, right? We don't even need our hands for this. God rested. Now, why is this important? Why did God have to rest, right? Does God really have to rest? Nah, probably not. Doesn't have to. But here's what God did for us. And in fact, this is what Jesus tells us. He says, God created the Sabbath for you. Now, what's the Sabbath? Sabbath is the day of rest. Now, for the Jews, it is Saturday. Now, as Christians, we celebrate it on Sunday. Now, why do we celebrate it on Sunday? Well, the reason why is because on Sunday, that was the 3rd day in which, after Jesus died, he was resurrected, right? So that's why we celebrate Sunday. That's why the Sabbath was moved to Sunday to remember that Jesus resurrected on the 7th day, right? On the 3rd day, so Friday, Saturday, and on Sunday, right? Now, why did God create the Sabbath? Well, simply, it wasn't for him, it was actually for us, right? And we actually see this in the Gospels. You'll actually see, if you pay attention, that Jesus actually did works on the Sabbath. He did works on the day of rest, right? Now, what was he implying by doing that? Well, the Pharisees at the time, they didn't really like that because that made it seem like, are you saying you're above God? Are you saying you're God because you are doing things on the Sabbath? And Jesus didn't deny it. He said like, yes, right? So the purpose of the Sabbath is to remind ourselves that we need to rest, right? On day 7, we need to rest. And without rest, we're not going to function that great and we're going to kind of be lost. And one of the things that I like about Sundays is it's a reminder that at the end of our lives, right, when we go to Mass, the celebration of the Eucharist, right, where we see the priest raise up Jesus with the Eucharist, right? It's a reminder that one day, right? One day we will be in heaven with him. And in fact, the Mass is a celebration of heaven. The Mass comes from the book of Revelation. And I encourage you and your parents to look at the book of Revelation and then read through it and then go to a Catholic Mass. And you're going to see, wow, there's a lot of similarities. I'll give you one. Glory to God in the highest, right? Unless it's Lent. We skip that one, okay? And that's for a reason, and we'll talk about that later. But you're going to see similarities, right? And it's really beautiful, right? Everything in the Mass is scriptural. It comes from the Bible, right? So, that's all I want to share with you guys today. Okay, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and like and subscribe. And if you guys want to join my weekly catechism class, just click the link down below. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and God bless.